Hey everyone, so in this video, we're going to have a quick interview from one of our students, Juan, who was able to scale his web design agency from 0 to 7K per month in just 2 months. So let's just hop right in and let him explain his journey. Hey there, Juan. How's it going?
Hey, there's good, pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good. Awesome. Thank you for joining the call, though, Juan. I really appreciate it. So, in this video, guys, I just want to talk about exactly how we helped Juan specifically scale his agency from 0 to 7K in just a couple of months. His agency, it's a little different than what a lot of people actually do in our course, but it's really unique and it's a really good way to actually grow and build actual good MRR. So, basically, I just want to talk to Juan, just ask you like what your process was from starting to kind of scaling and kind of like tell me a little bit more about your story.
Well, at first, I was just primarily, selling website designs that I was basically coding from the scratch all the way up. So that took some time, and but mind you, I'm pretty efficient on making web apps, so it wasn't too bad. But I started from the scratch up, and then from there, I was just grabbing a few clients, asking them if like, hey, you need a website, I can make you one, and I usually made it for like a few $100, and that was about it, and then asked for like a monthly fee here and there, but nothing too egregious, something super simple, but that's about it. That's as far as my services went. But then that's when you got into contact with me, so I can actually up my services, and that's when you started showing me more about the automation side for it. And at the same time, you showed me a few like tips and tricks on how to actually make the website's designs even better, a lot more efficient for myself. So I saved myself a lot of time there as well, and ways to add other services to my customers, so I can actually make more money that way as well through the sale of a website design. So
Mhm.
then I can upsell them on another service. So that's basically how I got started with that.
Very nice. I love that. I love that. Sounds good. I mean, yeah, I totally agree because when it comes to agencies in general, it's like a lot of people I feel like are afraid to charge a lot. And I feel like
Mhm.
you had that as well, where you charged, let's say like a couple $100, but like you can't do that, right? Like it's really
Yeah.
important to charge what you're worth and to add value to make what you make, your value more valuable, right? To try add more value to actually make sure you can charge more, right?
Yeah.
So basically when you first got started and when you hopped in the course and worked with us, so like where did you have a niche in the beginning or did you just kind of like how did it work for you?
So at the beginning, not really. I didn't have a niche. What I was doing, honestly, was just going through Google Maps and looking for businesses near me and seeing if they had a website or not. Then from there, just called them and asked if they needed a website. And
Hmm.
of course, they would. Or sometimes they're actually not interested at all in that. But that's the cold calling game.
Hmm.
But that's what I did at first. But then, like, within your course, that's where you taught me basically on picking a niche and then just, doubling down on it once it works. And
Hmm.
then once it does, double down, keep doing it, rinse and repeat. And eventually, that's how it kind of scales from there. Just
Hmm.
because a lot of other people know other people within that same niche. So, like, let's say for me, for example, my first client was actually a plumber.
Hmm.
So I got in contact with him, and then he got me in contact not with another plumber, but he got me in contact with an electrician. So it was somewhat the same niche, not the same niche, but it was
Home
somewhat the
service.
same, which is like, yeah, home services,
Hmm.
or like emergency home services for that type of deal. And boom, that was my next client. Then the other guy started actually recommending me to another a landscaper. So like it was all home improvement, home services type of deals. So that was like somewhat the niche that I got started in, and then I just focused on that, and then got a few more clients through that. But of course, like started learning about more of appointment service niches and things like that, and then started focusing more onto that route. And that started helping with my services being sold. So that
Hmm.
actually pretty good.
Very nice. I love that. I love that 100% because I'm sure everyone starts cold calling. Everyone starts that because it's the cheapest way to do it. But at some point, like at least in my agency, I'm pretty sure in your agency as well, it's important to have leverage, right? Like it's important to
Yes.
have a system where you don't want to be on the phones 24/7 and dying just to get clients. So like tell us about like in the course, at what point did you like start what system really gave you the leverage you felt like you had to kind of scale and just fill your calendar?
For that, okay, so after you're through the cold calling phase, but just you cold calling,
Hmm.
it's either after that you're going into cold emailing because you're trying out almost everything, right?
Hmm.
Cold emailing, cold DMing as well. And
Hmm.
then after that, you figure out that, mind you, as much as you can do it, you have to either automate the process
Mm,
or you have to hire someone else. So you're
mm,
either getting a VA or or you're automating the process. Mind you,
exactly.
you can't really automate the calling, but you can somewhat automate by getting a VA for that. So you get,
Mhm,
a virtual assistant, uh, and then from there, that's what I did for my cold calling for a few thousand calls. And honestly, she did get me a few clients here and there, so it actually did help. Because
mm,
after when she was doing the cold calling, I was actually just doing the actual website designs, getting the automation set, making sure everything was ready for my client. And
mhm,
then she's just doing the cold calls for me, setting me up for appointments, and then I'm just getting ready for those meetings and closing new clients. So honestly, that was like a really, really good thing. So at first, yeah, you have to do cold calls, cold DMing, cold emailing, but
mhm.
eventually you get your VA, then you start either automating your cold emailing or cold DMing, and you start to get more clients through that.
Very nice. As a leverage, I love that. It's all about leverage, brother. Because I mean, I'm sure you felt it. And I felt it when I was starting my own agency. So I started off kind of with web design, but then I switched over to more of appointment setting and had that higher ticket pricing. You're gonna know, like you're gonna cold call people and set meetings, but during the meetings, you don't have time to cold call. So then your meetings are going to go down, right? So it's like
Yeah,
you're spending all your time in meetings. You don't have time to get more meetings. So it's like you're going
yeah.
to have to get someone who can get the meetings for you. That's awesome. And okay, that's awesome, Juan. And yeah, I'm super excited for you, super happy where you're at. So you're at about 7K right now. So kind of what's the goal here? Do you want to like scale to a crazy number? Because some people want to scale to like, let's say 50, 100K a month, right? But some people are just, they're just chill. They just want to have a life where they can just chill, be at peace, not have to worry about the groceries. You know what I'm saying? So where are you at right now?
For me, honestly, for at least for this business, I'd like it to at least make me 10,000 a month. The reason why is because for me, 10,000 feels like a very nice number.
That's
And
what
then
everyone
from
wants.
there, yeah, and then from there, for that number, then I can just, fund the things that I want to do. Because mind you, at this day and age, what is it? Uh, you know, just want to explore the world a bit, visit my girlfriend, things like
Mhm.
that, and do things with the boys too. So
Yeah, we
just do
actually
things
went
that I
to
like to
Japan
do.
not too long ago. Went to Japan not too long ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds good. Okay, sounds good, Juan. Well, thank you so much for your time, brother. Happy for your success, and can't wait to see more.
All right, all right. Talk to you later.